All right, and welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. This is our Better Results Faster Part 3, and we're going to just jump into it, and thanks for hanging out with me. All right, in the first one, you learned about the first reason I believe we have a healthcare crisis, and the first reason is personal responsibility. Second one was our definition of health is not just right, and you saw that in the last video. And we've kind of guided us into the types of stress, what is the master system that controls everything in your body, which is the central nervous system. And now we're going to talk about what is all the stress that's going on in our lives doing to your body, right? So remember, we talked about emotional stress, mental, we talked about physical stress, and then we talked about chemical stress, right? Foods, air, water, all of that stuff is involved. Now, this is what stress does to you. And if you want to understand why do you get sick, or why you end up with some kind of symptom, or why do you have a disease, one of the main causes is right here, right? So all types of stress cause a condition in our body which is called a subluxation. All right. This tension, whether we usually think of it physical, right? While sitting or or traumas, accidents, roller coasters, falls, macro and micro. What do I mean by that? Is macro are the big things that we see, big accidents, right? Big falls. And then we have the micro, which is the little accidents, little falls, little injuries, sports, repetitive stress, our cell phones, all of these things that we do on a daily basis cause incremental stress that build up, the micro stress that build up to become macro. Now, what a subluxation does, and if you remember this, the first thing it does is misaligns the joints. So the joints in the spine holding everything together are now, whether they're jammed, locked into each other, or not sitting on each other properly, now are causing that area to damage, right? We can see soft tissue damage in that area. And again, not everything is, you don't feel everything. There's so many of you that have been in the office and didn't feel anything until I touched that area, right, of your spine. Soft tissue damage, it happens on a cellular level. You can have soft tissue, whether it's ligaments, tendons, or muscles, having breaking down and not feel it until it's so big. I kind of compare this to a cavity. You can have a cavity. We've all been to the dentist, where not everybody, but most of us been to the dentist, where they, hey, by the way, Dr. Ben, you got yourself a cavity, but I have no pain. I don't feel anything. Yeah, I understand that, but there's a cavity in there, and we need to get that thing corrected. Inflammation, which is swelling, heat, breaking down of the tissue, inflammation, right? After with all of these happening, they start to give the nerves irritation. Now remember, we talked about the central nervous system being the master controller. And when these joints are locked up and we have spasms and the stress response, this creates inflammation around the area, creates the subluxation where the joints are out of alignment. So all of these could be included. And now we have stress on that very soft but important tissue, right? We call that the nerve system. And it's sending information from your body to your brain and from your brain back to the body, constantly keeping things in balance. So this subluxation sounds like a small thing, but it's massive, right? It's like a small little crack that starts, but next thing you know, man, that whole bridge collapses. Or if you live where I live, the side of the mountains just breaks apart. But all starts from one small injury, and these injuries could happen all the way from birth. That's why in our office we do check families, we check kids. From day one, day two, week two, whatever it is, we want our children in our office to stay healthy. We want our patients, our families to stay healthy. And that's why we check at such a young age. So subluxation is the number one condition and the only condition, believe it or not, that we deal with. Now, these subluxation cause a lot of effects, which brings you to our office. And these subluxations on this picture tend to move you. So you can be heavily subluxated and be at a 5 and not know you're working your way down to a 0, right? So, and a lot of people, and we have them, they go through healing crisis and they're feeling horrible, but their body is actually working its way up to a 10 because they're under care and they're going through their, as I've told some of you, after your first adjustment, you might feel worse. You might feel a little ill. Your body's going to go through a crisis because it's healing and it just doesn't feel great, but it's on its path to a 10, right? So these are key things that when we're dealing with subluxation, it's very important to know where you are, right? Where are you on this chart? Now, in our office, we got really important things. Again, if you want better results faster, you got to understand this we call it a three-legged stool, right? Each of these circles are a leg to hold optimal results, right? Number one is your prescription for your chiropractic adjustments and visits to our office are designed for you. Now, the longer you've been in crisis, the more frequent I'm going to see you at the beginning, right? Some of you will come in and be like, well, the pain just started this weekend. Yes, from an injury that happened 20 years ago, right? Now you're feeling the symptoms, right? So we're looking via your x-rays, not via when your symptoms started, right? Adjustment rhythms. Every adjustment counts, and it's like bricks. Each one lays on top of the other to really restore your central nervous system, right? The second thing we have to do, and we'll talk about a lot, is breaking bad habits. We have to stop doing the things that are causing that. Diet matters. Mental stress matters. Physical stress matters, right? Right now, technology is just so stressful for us because not only is it giving us bad habits and looking at our phone, it's constantly, for a lot of people, just bringing negative news, right? Social media is not that great, right? We're all on it. Hey, I'm guilty here, but it's something that really happens to bring more physical and mental stress. So we got to look at how we sleep, how we sit, what we put in our bodies. All habits matter. And if we're going to get you to optimal, we got to take a look at everything and start improving. Corrective exercises. Exercising is it's a definite key. We're going to get you to there. So I have a rule. If you are having symptoms or pain or discomfort, we can't really start hardcore exercises or re-strengthening or stability or rehab until you're pain-free for 2 weeks. Okay, so that's a big thing. But we always, phase 2 or phase 3, we're going to be starting corrective strengthening. You're going to do wall tractioning, all the wobble chairs, the head weights, all of these things that we do in our office, and we're going to teach you how to take care. Now, these 3 pillars need to work together. You want to come in when you want to come in? Great. I don't know if I could give you the optimal results you're going to look. You want to come in and be on schedule and then, have some bad habits, don't want to do your exercises. Again, optimal results are based on this. And don't forget, number one, you are responsible for all of this, making it on time. But the outcome is going to be so awesome. So awesome. All right, here's some of the bad habits. Better results faster require us to break some bad habits. A lot of people are not sitting in their cars. You can see them when you look over. The seats lean too far back, or they're just not in a good position, right? I can't, some of us can't control how long we're sitting, but I want you to make sure you're sitting comfortable, right? Our cell phone. How are you holding the cell phone? We have a phone to face rule, right? Instead of you looking down, I want you to bring your phone up. Let's make that posture look good. When it comes to sleeping, stomach sleeping is the worst, right? Whether you're fully stomach sleeping or a quarter stomach sleeping, it's absolutely the worst. There's no spinal support, and we will train you over the next several months to restore good back sleeping or proper slide sleeping so you can get things done. How you're picking up your kids, carrying things, groceries, even working out, all the physical stress needs to be addressed. Now, the more you work with us, the more I will find out what your habits are and make those corrections. Mental stress, again, a lot of you like to work out because it helps you with your mental stress, but the amount of mental stress and physical stress that you've created has brought you to some injuries that we have to restore. I will get you back to working out as fast as possible. You follow those, those three pillars so we can get to work. So, again, how you deal with these relationships, money, work, and traffic really goes a long way. And I want it to be good. Chemicals, I could do a whole hour talk on these. They're everywhere. It's hard to control, but you can control the most you can about what you put in your food, what you wash your clothes in, all of these things. I know it sounds really hippy dippy, but it matters. So I'm going to tell you the top 3 things chemically to avoid. All right. Here's the top 3 things that you can avoid. Again, you could do whatever you want with your food. Of course, the what do you call them? The additives and the food coloring. But here's a couple of things I learned the other day. For those who are using like fabric softener, man, those things have so much byproducts and it's just no good, right? Just fabric softeners chemically, or even the little things you throw into the dryer. These are no good. They're wax covered. They come with a lot of, paraffin that you don't want on your body, y'all. Okay, just get that away. Speaking about paraffin, scented candles, or these scented things that you plug in, no bueno. No bueno. Maybe you want to use substitute it with like essential oils and a diffuser to kind of make your place smell good. Way better than any of these paraffin wax candles that are highly toxic. And the third thing is, again, what you could put in your body, all the food colorings that you can avoid. And I'm really excited to see, and I'm hoping that our food becomes healthier for years to come, because it's one of the main things that are causing damage in our bodies. So there's other things you could look into. You guys are all well versed in what you can avoid. These are the tools that we have in the office. I want y'all to use them. The dyno desk is our wobble. The blue thing you see there, that's our wobble chair. That's our new and improved wobble chair. So I want you using them. You'll be getting traction devices, neck strengthening. We have Shockwave. We have things for vitamins, rehab, decompression, pillows, all of these things that really help you on your path to recovery. Okay? So, for better results faster, you have to take action to correct your problem and prevent them. Things don't go away on their own. If you're looking for a magic pill, all it's doing is covering up symptoms while you're getting sicker. I can guarantee you. I've never seen a doctor say, hey, you know what? Other than like steroids, take these for a week. Yes, steroids make anything go away, but they didn't fix the problem, right? So you're never going to get off high blood pressure medication. You're never going to get off cholesterol medication. You're never going to get off acid reflux medication. You got to work. You got to take physical, mental, and emotional action and chemical action to reverse these problems, right? All right, so I want to thank you guys for joining me. If there are friends and family that could benefit, listen, we are on a mission. I'm going to talk to you guys about that. We're on a mission. We've got a little gift for you here. My little gift for you. Before I go to that last one, look at this. I know you want to know what number 3 is. Number 1 is, and I'm going to tell you that. If there's people out there that need our help, that might not understand what we do at the chiropractor, my chiropractic office, how I how my art of chiropractic is, and what mission and what I want to do for my community in the world, I really ask you to forward these 3 videos to whoever you love and that could benefit from us. All right, the reasons we are in a health crisis. Number 1 is procrastination. Most of the time people are coming to me, they're not coming for wellness, they're coming because now things are not working the way they want to. I wish everybody, most kids are, I love the kids in my practice because they're all wellness kids, but most adults are coming in because they're in crisis. Whether you're having an occasional headache, you're having an occasional this, comes and goes that, most of the time you're coming in crisis. You came in crisis, and I want you to be proactive in your health and your well-being for yourself and for the people that you love around you. And that's one of the key things. So everybody, we always wait until the check engine light goes on in our bodies before we start taking care of them. I don't want that. Again, I need your help to spread the word and let people know that there's a better way if they've been trying, or if if they're scared of chiropractic, or they've heard of something about chiropractic, or they don't believe in chiropractic, whatever it is. Let's light them up. Let them get a taste of what we do at our office. And I'm grateful that you're a part of our practice. I hope to take care of you for years to come. And the people you love in your family. If your family's around the country, around the world, there's great chiropractors to be found everywhere. And let make sure they get to who they need to. So we love you from the team, from the LAchiropractor.com. We love and appreciate you. We're thankful that you're in our practice. I hope all of these helped. And make sure you take the quiz at the office and get your pillow and traction unit. I will talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful day.